And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of the CW's Arrowverse's Superman and Lois Season 4, Episode 8. We're down to the wire, people. 2 episodes remaining into the series finale, the death of the Arrowverse officially. So here's some spoilers. So if you have not caught up to Superman and Lois, spoilers ahead, you've been warned. Okay. So last week, we all know that Clark literally revealed his secret to the entire world. You know, everybody knows now. The entire planet knows that Clark Kent is Superman. You know, there were people that kind of knew after what they saw from Doomsday, after he died and came back. Everybody, for the majority from Smallville, knew about Clark. So Clark tried to prevent that by, telling them, oh, it's not me, I'm not Superman. No. We got to see Jimmy Olsen for the first time in this show. So Superman and Clark decided, you know what? Might as well just tell everybody. Let's just tell the whole world. So in this episode, everybody's dealing with the fact that everybody knows the secret now. The boys are getting mobbed by girls going after them because, the young guys, the good-looking kids. So, they got that going on. Jonathan's girlfriend, is like questioning, oh, maybe we shouldn't date anymore because of all this. It's happening now. While that's happening, you have poor Lois Lane. She goes to get her tests results, see if her cancer's gone. Which, honestly, I think that was my favorite part of the show. When Lois had cancer and showed us how strong she is as a woman and also a character, because even in fictional world, she's one of the strongest women out there, and she's one of the best DC characters, period. And it helps, boost confidence to people who actually have to go through that in real life. So I thought that was a good storyline for Lois Lane, because even when she was down, she was still Lois Lane. But all tests came out positive. She's good to go. She's all cured for now, so that's good to see. I really like the actress who plays Lois Lane. I think she's the best Lois Lane we ever had. I mean, I love the girl from Smallville too, but I think the girl here, she tops her, in my opinion. I'm really excited to see what they do with her, a new version of Lois Lane on the big screen when we get the new Superman movie next year. So, Lois Lane in this episode literally has to deal with the fact that Lex Luthor is still after her. We get a special guest appearance from Tom Cavanaugh. If you don't know who he is, he's our favorite Harrison Wells 5 times and throughout the entire show of the Flash, aka Reverse Flash as well. He plays a journalist who kind of wants to have a debate between Lois and Lex. And we get to see Lex Luthor be Lex Luthor. He's shaved, he's bald. He does. At first, I was like, "Who is this guy?" I thought it was Morgan Edge coming after Lois, and then I looked at him and like, "No, that's Lex." He shaved off the biker bike look and shaved his head off, so he's completely, Lex Luthor as we all know and hate. So we got to see that. We also get to see moments between him and his assistant, looking like they're gonna hook up. So that's something. She's not Mercer, but she's I guess, his assistant in this universe. So that was pretty cool. And his whole goal in this episode was basically to take out Lois Lane. He's not worried about Superman, which is kind of odd because Superman and Lex Luthor kind of go together. They're like, kind of like a hamburger and cheese. They go together really well. So it's kind of weird that he was mostly after. He wants his revenge from Lois. Lois put him away. He went to jail. Basically made his daughter forget about Lex and moved on with her life. And he wants revenge. So he's telling everybody, all the news media, now that Superman's secret is out, oh, she lied about me being this murderer and I'm putting people, killing people. And, they have this debate. While that's happening, he gets some computer geek to hack into Henry's suit, aka Steel. His suit goes psycho and goes after Superman. And they have a little fight, little tussle. Also, his daughter's suit goes kind of crazy and attacks the boys as well, while Jonathan is trying to, get his girlfriend back. So overall, good episode. I enjoyed it. We also find out that Clark is actually dying again. Yeah, apparently the heart that, Lois's father gave him to save his life, to bring him back, his heart was already dying. And so it's affecting Clark, and he's losing his powers. And day by day, he's losing his powers. He can barely hear. There's a moment where, you know, protesters who are angry at Lois are throwing rocks at her, or a brick. And he catches it still, but, you know, he shouldn't hurt it fast enough. You know, he should have been like, you know, kind of like how Daredevil did in Spider-Man kind of thing. That quick, but he didn't. He did get it, but not as fast. So apparently he has a human heart, and it's affected him and is making him lose his powers, and he might not even live it to at the end of the series. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So Lex has John's suit now, and he might turn it into his, you know, exo suit that he usually uses in the comics to take out Superman with the kryptonite in it. So there's that possibility. So that was the ending of the episode. Yeah, like I said before, good episode. I really like the fact that Lois Lane is like the main character here. This is like more of a Lois Lane show, in my opinion, than a Superman show. I mean, Superman does his things, but, you know, I feel like this whole season is focused on Lois, so, and the boys as well. And seeing the boys use their powers together, teaming up, that's cool. You know, if they work together more often, they may be unstoppable. But we have to see what happens. Only 2 episodes left, unfortunately, and that's the end of the era of the Arrowverse. And yeah, so leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good night.